Here are all of the bodies in William Charles Wells' essay on dew, which was published in 1838. Bodies in contact with the atmosphere, observed on still and serene nights, readily precipitate dew. Bodies in among other bodies similarly situated in open air copiously attract dew. Other bodies of the same kind, equally exposed to the night air, also exposed to the sky, with various other bodies similarly exposed to the sky. With various other bodies similarly exposed to the sky. What is the real temperature of bodies of different nature, in similar circumstances, of bodies a little elevated and similar bodies lying on the ground? Sometimes bodies having smooth surfaces become colder than the air. At night, bodies on the ground receive little heat from the lower surface of other bodies more attractive of dew. On other nights, bodies thus situated will be less dewed on their upper surface than other solid bodies. Between the temperature of these bodies, the surfaces of these bodies, the tendencies of various bodies, the mechanical state of bodies, the chemical form of bodies, the incapacity of bodies, of all bodies indiscriminately, bodies which conduct electricity, bodies which attract dew. Among the bodies of this class, inferior to the bodies of the first class, solid bodies are more cooled. Only a small part of bodies in contact with all the bodies just mentioned will refuse in a similar way. Bodies in the state of powder, having a surface exposed to the influence of other bodies warmer than themselves. Bodies situated on or near the surface between bodies lying on the grass and the atmosphere near to it. Bodies become colder than the neighboring air, respecting the communication of heat, the nightly radiation of heat among bodies lying in the open air, bodies lying with other bodies of the same temperature. The moon communicates moisture to bodies exposed to its light, exposed in a clear night. In such a state of things, bodies condense rising vapor, replete with moisture. Respecting the difference in the capacities of bodies, all bodies will become moist. In such a situation, subject to a cloudy sky, as I have formerly shown, when bodies become cold, bodies must grow colder, if only a little colder. The hurtful effects of the cold occur chiefly in hollow places, as far as I know. I have never perceived dew on any naked part of my own body, though my attention was much occupied with everything relative to this fluid for a 3-year period. My body was much exposed to cold night air. So this is from my new collection, Measures of Weather, which is launching in Leeds on the 1st of May, and there are copies available on the book piano. And then I'm going to read a very, very fresh, very fresh thing that is dedicated to Nasser. Or I should say Nasser made me do it. And this is composed using only words from Charles Olson's Maximus poems. It's undone business I speak of. What sea I was, flashing against a like eye, and the you, which you must be, and the eye which stemmed me, carved wood, like a neck in a collar. I know that weather. It is the simplest thing to feather. Slow time, slack, and then a wind, and then a wing. What pleasure it was to learn, what sea it was, stretching over the top of it, as a bird, as a bowsprit. More than place, more than wing, more than winter, more than anything, stretching over the wharves, over the weeds, and more revealed. The tender lie around the morning, the under part of it. The afternoon goes where it goes, and the sea goes so big. I storm in the evening and the sea nights. I shingle, very white, what light does to shore. I metal, call that vessel, hot from the oars. I sweep the tide diagonally, and the sea is neither diminished nor delivered, nor is it back. The water glows gold, black. Love is but a color, a bone of morning, a gray of good voyage. And what is a miracle? What pleasures, jewels, and minerals? It's the elements I don't know, the laws of objects, the agilities of islands, and their names. Oh, to be given facts all evening, testing the nature of the night and the ear and the weight of your sunned foot. I speak of the hand as bird, the voice as bells. Listen. Even when in silence all the things that you are, allow me even my distance. I am bulk, caught as though fish by the side. Oh, sharp. You are a schooner, tender mast, curious deck, and hulls. Oh, weave of yourself, torn form, and fingers new. It's all skin, this part of the self, curling here from the corner. Call it a beak, turned to be heard. Call it a voice, loose in your ear.
Wow.